minding my business, humming a song. I'm happy by myself, not a care in the world. This is a life, just me, myself.
Well, hello. What is up? I am Vanessa and welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute since I have done a voiceover, but I'm here for it because quite frankly, I wanted to get all of this meal prep or food prep, whatever you want to call it, done for the week, but I really didn't want to show you guys my face if I'm being totally honest. So I showed you a few clips at the beginning of kind of what to expect in today's video. I usually go into a day like this with a rough plan of what I want to do, but to be honest, sometimes it doesn't always work out, and kind of like life, we just kind of have to accept that. So the first thing I wanted to check off my list was get my chicken in the air fryer, because this is going to take about 45 minutes and I'll probably get most of my other prep done while that chicken is cooking. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and line my air fryer. Now I will tell you, we're about to find out in a minute, that the chicken, she ain't gonna fit in there. I don't know what I thought. Even when I was applying for the military way back when, I failed on my aptitude test when it comes to spatial recognition or reasoning. I have no concept of what will fit where, obviously, as you see as I try to cram this chicken carcass into this air fryer. Now, this is the rotisserie chicken seasoning from Clubhouse. I have raved about this in my vlogs. I think I even did a cooking video about it. Here's the ingredients. You might be able to make this yourself, but grab it on Amazon. I got it in a 6-pack because that's how dedicated I am. Clubhouse, sponsor me. So I'm gonna go ahead and coat this chicken pretty well. It was amazing, even though I was just gonna be shredding this chicken up to have in the fridge kind of as just to make sandwiches and salads and whatnot. I still picked at the skin. It was so freaking good. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to shove this baby right into the air fryer, to which it is just going to scrape the top of it. And I get quite frustrated because now I have to clean 2 air fryers, but luckily I have 2 air fryers. I have a Ninja Foodie as well. So we're going to go ahead and transfer this right into my Ninja Foodie. I do have a big Ninja Foodie video all about ways that you can cook it. You can just straight up air fry it, which is what I'm doing today. But I used to pressure cook it and then kind of crisp it at the end. Yeah, that was incredible. Both methods are frankly quite delicious. I'm gonna let it go for about 30 minutes at 400, and then I'll give it a flip and finish it off for about 15 or 20 minutes. Now don't shame me. I know we all have a sheet pan that looks like this. It's for my bacon or other random things that I need aluminum foil or parchment paper for. So all I'm doing now is I'm going to prep some bacon. The main reason, I mean, you could prep bacon for salads or anything like that, add to pasta. For me, we are doing it, Belle loves BLT sandwiches, and sometimes just to heat up a couple slices in the microwave that you pre-cooked if you just want to have some quick bacon and eggs. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to lay them all out on the sheet pan, cook it at about 425 for 20 minutes. It usually comes out perfect. Now this is like some cheaper cut bacon I got on sale at Walmart, and quite honestly, it's delicious. It's probably excessively salty, which is why it's delicious, but delicious none the same. I know we all have felt the price of food lately, and with that, I am really trying to do more things like this, like food prep. And it might seem like, you know, oh wow, Vanessa, you're making eggs and chicken and bacon. It's not groundbreaking. You're not teaching us anything. I'm not trying to. I'm literally just sharing my life with you guys and showing you things that I like to do randomly in the week to try and just help things, you know, keep flowing. Because what happens if I don't have food in the fridge ready and it's a night when I'm just not in the mood to cook, or I'm having a flare up? You know, anything can happen, and it's just really nice to have convenient things ready to go in the fridge, like bacon, so I can make a quick sandwich and feel like you had something of substance. You know what I mean? I know that most people know how to boil eggs, but there are people out there who don't. So, and also, if you follow me, you know I'm always boiling eggs every week, whether it's in a vlog or what I eat in a day or one of these videos, but I'm not going to not show you. I'm showing you because it's real life. So I threw about 8 eggs. Well, I didn't throw them in there. That would have been a catastrophe. I gently set 8 eggs into a pot. I always add hot water to them just because they'll come to a boil a lot quicker. And then I don't have to worry about if, you know, with these induction stoves, they turn off and on. It drives me nuts. I like to set my timer for about 13 to 15 minutes when I'm boiling eggs. So the time it takes to get to boil to being done and the timer going off, that's usually the exact amount of time to have just the right egg, as long as it comes to a boil quick enough. I don't know, sometimes I'll turn my stove on and I'll look over and it's been 6 minutes and nothing's happening. It drives me bonkers. Just a little tip, I think most people are aware, but if you're not, take your boiled eggs and put them in a ice water bath for about 5 minutes. Sometimes I'll just let them sit there for 10 or 20 minutes if I'm busy doing something, but this will just help you be able to peel them easier later on. Now I will say with these eggs, for whatever reason, they weren't peeling that great and we just lost one. Catastrophe. It's fine. I'll eat it for breakfast. I wish you guys could breathe this in. It smells amazing and sounds delicious. What the future might be, I hold my breath, waiting for someone to... I do prefer to cook it a little underdone, just because when you reheat it in the microwave, it can dry it out. Now, this is the stove that came with the house when I bought it, and if you followed me, then you know it does not cook evenly. So half of my bacon is super crispy, and the other half is exactly how I want it. But we ended up using some of the really crispy bacon for sandwiches the other day, bacon, egg, and cheese, and honestly, it still worked out perfectly. This is probably the best batch of bacon, that was hard to say, I've ever made in the oven. I don't know what it is, it just came out literally perfect. So I'm just storing it in a container with some parchment paper, and then I'm going to top it with some paper towel, and we'll grab it and warm it up for about 15 seconds in the microwave whenever we want some. Now I'm just going to go ahead and store these in a container with some paper towel. That just kind of keeps them from sliding around, but you can just throw them in a baggie, whatever works. This chicken smelled amazing. My house smelled amazing. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a quick flip and probably cook it for about another 15 minutes or so. There it is, all done in her glory, and I'm just showing you how juicy this chicken is. It's freaking fantastic. I've already had like 2 or 3 chicken sandwiches, and I like to throw this in just with some pasta salad, which I'm gonna make shortly. I'll show you guys. It's perfect. I love having shredded roast chicken in the fridge. And it may not look like a ton of chicken because it was a pretty big chicken. Full confession, I ate a good portion as I was pulling this apart, and so did Charlie and Roxy and MJ. That's half the fun. Okay, so this may seem super basic, but I decided to prep some little Jell-O cups to have in the fridge. These are sugar-free, and I did buy a little can of whipped cream. Obviously, I can't eat that, but I bought it for Belle so she can add it if she wants it. Now, I haven't had Jell-O in a really long time, and I'm a little nervous. I have had a few bites of it since making it, and everything seemed okay. But I needed something, you know, sometimes you get a sweet tooth, and I decided to make my own concoction. I took a cherry Jell-O and a lime Jell-O, and I mixed them together to make kind of like a cherry limeade, I guess, kind of thing. Anyway, it was delicious. I definitely highly recommend it. See the mess I'm making? That's why I was using a measuring cup at first. It's fine. Anyway, here is everything laid out. Obviously, I don't have the fanciest containers, but again, this isn't about an aesthetically pleasing meal prep. It's about real life and using what I have and making the best of it. All right, next up on the list is my pasta salad. I have shared this several times in vlogs and meal preps, and it's just real life again. This is just something we do. Now, I will say I did not cook this enough, and I'm still eating the salad. It's fine, but I think the gluten-free pasta has to be cooked a little bit longer. And I also made the whole box. I'm so glad that Walmart has the gluten-free pasta options here in Canada. Okay, so I just gave it a really good rinse with some cold water so that I could prep it right away. And I knew even as I was rinsing it that I didn't cook it enough, but it's fine. I also diced up a cucumber. I didn't get any footage of that, but all I'm doing is mixing Catalina dressing and French dressing. I'm not gonna lie, I prefer the Russian dressing and the French dressing, but Catalina is what I have, so that's what I'm using. And I'm gonna say I didn't put enough sauce this time, but all I did the next day was add some more, mix it up in a bowl, and then let it sit again for another few hours, and it turned out perfectly. This is just so easy. You could add cheese, you could add olives, tomatoes. Often I'll add tomatoes and celery, but with my digestive system at the moment, I'm keeping it simple with just cucumbers and gluten-free pasta. Look at this cute little waffle maker that I got from Dash at Walmart on my last grocery order, I believe. And I've never really used a waffle maker, so this is going to be a big experiment for all of us. But I wanted to make some high protein style Eggos, I guess. And I did find this Flourish birthday cake protein mix at Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada for really cheap. So all I'm going to do is kind of amplify it a little bit with a couple eggs, some high protein milk. I'm also going to mix it with just regular pancake batter, just so it's not so proteiny, if that makes any sense. I think I use about 2 cups of the mixes and about 1.5 cups of milk, 2 eggs, and a splash of vanilla. I will say I might thin it out a little bit next time, although I've had a couple of these waffles and they are spectacular. I said this was my first time using a waffle maker, and obviously if it's not your first time, you know I put way too much batter in there because we are about to have a birthday cake waffle explosion. I tried to clean it up a little bit on the sides and really just made a bigger mess, but lesson learned. We went with a little less batter the next time, and honestly they turned out perfectly. I really enjoyed using this. I thought it was going to be tedious and it would take forever doing one at a time, but it was kind of relaxing, just sitting there, watching your results. It's very satisfying. See, a couple of these waffles had a learning curve, but once I got the hang of it, they were perfect. And I think I got about 11 or 12 waffles out of this mix, so I was pretty happy with that. I just kind of laid them all out to cool off before I could go ahead and store them in a Ziploc baggie. All I did was kind of line them with some parchment paper, and yeah, I just stuck them in the freezer after a couple of days once they were in the fridge, and we still had some left, so pop them right out of the freezer in the toaster just like you would an Eggo.
Spinning, laughing, twirling through the back door of your heart. And every time I think of you, well, something happens in my mind. And every time I try to leave,
and voila, after about an hour and a half max of taking some time in the morning, I have lots of food in my fridge, quick little snacks. I've got some boiled eggs because I just love having those at random. I've got some Jell-O, some sweet treats, and chicken for sandwiches. I can throw that chicken into that pasta salad. We have been eating up these Eggos. I'm telling you, you need to try them. They are so good and such a quick way to get some protein into your diet. Anyway, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. It has been a hot minute since I've done any style of video like this, and I kind of loved it. So let me know down below if you like this style video, and I'll keep making them. Anyway, I hope you guys try some of these recipes. If you do, let me know, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye.
The day breaks in the darkest places right before the dawn. So if you ever lie awake with situations in your mind,